I got to know that organization very closely when I worked in Miami for WQAM, and he runs everything. He knows everything, where all the bodies are buried in that organization. Does he want to do this beyond the next 5 years? Because if he doesn't, well, make the deal now. Make the deal with Russ and Butler, team them together, and see how high that can bring you over the next 2 to 3 years. If you want to be competitive 5 years from now, don't do it. Because if you've got to trade away Windlow, Adebayo, Hero, or others, and draft picks in like 2029, what's that going to leave your franchise like in the next couple of years, in 5 years from now? It's going to be nowhere's land. And here's the problem. I don't think Westbrook and Butler bring you a championship. I don't even know if it brings you the East. I don't think it does. Riley has made too many deals with the devil recently. After LeBron left, trying to piece it all together, Goran Dragic, and then the end of the Chris Bosh era, and trying to piece it together to remain competitive and relevant. They had this 4-year glorious run with LeBron and Wade and Bosh. And before that, they had the run with Shaq. And he wanted to keep the good times rolling, and he just couldn't. And they were desperate, and he made some desperate moves, and it did not work out. Jerry West is 81 years old. Is Riley going to make 81 years old? I mean, running the Heat, if he is, then fine. Do this deal, and then when it blows up, you get to rebuild again and try to do what you can at that point in time. But if you're not going to make 80 and you're entrusted with leaving the Heat in a different situation, in a good situation, you can't do this deal. I mean, look, I'm here for it. I'm here for Jimmy Butler and Russell Westbrook wanting to tear Eric Spoelstra limb from limb. Could you imagine those two when they lose in the first round as a 5 seed to the Pacers? Could you imagine? You know, it's inevitable that those two guys will want to not only kill Spoelstra, but then kill each other. So I'm here for all of it. It would be wonderful. But if you're asking me what the smart play is, if Riley wants one last bite at the apple, yeah, you do it, because there's upside there. If he wants stability and health 4 or 5 years from now with the organization, and if Harrison wants that, you can't do this deal. There is such an enormous risk to taking on these 4 years. We went over the contract of Westbrook on yesterday's show. I mean, it's insane. The final year of his deal, he's going to be making $47 million. $47 million. And that's a player option. So you know he's taking that option.